.007 in this bitch just trying to get rich, man. You already know what it is. Shout out Riley on the clip. Side road. Young nigga flex to the max. I just be trying to keep up with the paper I'm stacking. That shit be causing the traction. Don't touch my brody, he come with the Mac and he blasting. Niggas they out here just capping. I only trust in my brothers when it's time for action. Till I lay up in the casket, I'ma make sure I go off every person that's snapping. Young nigga flex to the max. I just be trying to keep up with the paper I'm stacking. That shit be causing the traction. Don't touch my brody, he come with the Mac and he blasting. Niggas they out here just capping. I only trust in my brothers when it's time for action. Till I lay up in the casket, I'ma make sure I go off every person that's snapping. A lot of niggas they just learn to age. I exterminate you like the Terminator. These niggas spending bread on studio, but they ain't making shit. Me, I just burn the paper. I flex a lot so I can serve the haters. Gotta earn the greatness and return the favors. I'm double O and I don't give a fuck. Like everywhere you see me, I'm my worst behavior. I might pull up for your mistress and yeah, she gon' hop in the beat cause you see that we get it. Niggas, they all in my business. They getting real mad on my niggas. We flex Planet Fitness. Get on the ass cause I'm tricking. Y'all ain't making noise. All I hear is the motherfucking crickets. Niggas, they always forgetting who come in a second. I'm trying to be Mike and not Pippin. I'ma put on for my city. I don't even care if I go out like Tupac or Biggie. Shout out my niggas in pity. That's Riley, my bro, and these niggas look at us and I'm trying to get rich, I mean busy. I'm trying to stack up the money, the hundreds and fifties. Not with the bullshit that miss me, cause niggas talk shit in the back, but up front never diss me. Young nigga flex to the max. I just be trying to keep up with the paper I'm stacking. That shit be causing the traction. Don't touch my brody, he come with the Mac and he blasting. Niggas they out here just capping. I only trust in my brothers when it's time for action. Till I lay up in the casket, I'ma make sure I go off every person that's snapping. To the max. Paper I'm stacking. Traction. Mac and he blasting. Boom. When it's time for action.
All right. What is up, YouTube boxing family? It is I, K-Rod here. I'm back with another good post-fight live recap for y'all today. This will also be uploaded on the podcast. For those of you that are watching on the podcasting link, please go check that out. But yeah, let's get right to it, man. Mark Magsayo versus Ray Vargas and the new Viva Mexico. Well, yeah. Shout out to Ray Vargas, man. That was such a good fight. I actually fell asleep when the fight was going on because like I was getting extremely tired. But either way, that was a very very good fight. I enjoyed it. Very very good style matchup. I think Mark Magsayo understands that he can't fight a pure boxer, but even if Ray Vargas had a lot of in his punches, I think the biggest takeaway from it is that Mark Magsayo, he cannot make quick and fast adjustments, and he put himself in a really bad position where he basically just folded because he didn't have any plan B, C, or basically whatever backup to help him win the fight. I think the biggest problem with this fight was just that a lot of people really thought Mark Magsayo was going to be like this next great Manny Pacquiao type of fighter, and I never saw it. I'm I'm not only saying that because I'm just being biased out of my own belief. It's just that we all know how Manny Pacquiao fights, and Mark Magsayo, he's nowhere near that level. But for him to lose to a guy like Ray Vargas, in which Ray Vargas, he's been out of the ring since what? Well, he's been active, but still, that was back in 2021, predating to November 6th on the Canelo Plant undercard. So, honestly, man, salute to Ray Vargas. That was a very, very difficult fight. Oh, and if anybody wants to hop on here, feel free. I got the link pinned in the description for you guys or the comment section. So, yeah, if you guys want to get up on this chop session, I'm more than welcome to have people on. But yeah, let's talk about this fight card, man, and then we're gonna probably swing over to Pro Box, and then that's probably it. I'm not gonna talk about the Chisora Pulev card because oh my god, that card was so boring. Just a lot of low level fights, and I heard Chisora won, but I wasn't really too I wasn't too satisfied. Derek Chisora, he needs to retire, and I think it's only like a matter of time before he actually gets hurt by somebody that's willing to take his life away. And I don't like to see him in there with any high level dangerous competition. So, but yeah, let's talk about the card for Mark Magsayo and Ray Vargas. Let's start with my brother here, Mister Rashidi Speedy Ellis. He got a great first round KO victory over Jose Marufo. This was pretty much a last minute replacement opponent. This opponent was not supposed to be his opponent. We already knew that Alberto Palmetta was supposed to be his opponent. So I think what the problem was is that Rashidi, he was kind of like switched over to a plan B of just having, like a quick and easy, low level opponent for him to just knock out and beat up. But I mean, he did his thing. He got that guy out of there like he's supposed to. Jose Marufo, for those of you that don't know, he's been stopped and beat by other notable names at 140. This was this was obviously fought at 147, if I'm not mistaken. But he lost to Gary Antoine Russell. He lost to Maxim Dadashev, the Russian dude that got killed unfortunately by Subriel Matias, and he's got stopped by other people. So he's pretty much like a journeyman at this point. I don't really see him really making that many changes in his game to like help his career. How should I say, elevate faster. I think like the biggest problem with a guy like this that just took a quick and easy payday just to get knocked out. I just don't like that. But either way, Rashidi Ellis, he came out blazing hot. He just dominated this dude. He just beat the living crap out of him. And yeah, I don't know what will be the next step for him, but I think he's gonna get a lot more smoke for the PBC because we obviously know that he called out Jerron Boots Ennis, so I think him and Jerron Ennis is a great style matchup for the fans, and I think Jerron Ennis he can bring a very difficult test to Rashidi Ellis, but I would probably favor it to Jerron Ennis to either stop him late or just probably decision him. I don't want to see that fight happen next. I think it's best to see Rashidi Ellis in there with some top level welterweights. There's obviously plenty of great fighters in the welterweight division that we could obviously seek out of Rashidi Ellis. Um, I think the biggest thing with Rashidi Ellis is just that um, he has speed, he has great, ring IQ, and he just knows where to be at all times. But I think it's just time to see him in there with anybody that's that's credible to give him a tough fight. I honestly wouldn't mind to see a fight between him and Abel Ramos, or maybe put him in there with your Dennis Ugas. I think him and Ugas would be a very very tough fight. Butaev, that's a good fight as well. I think him and Butaev, that'll be a barn burner. Maybe David Avanesian, but I don't think Avanesian wants any parts of Jerron Ennis or Rashidi Ellis. I think Avanesian, he would get stopped pretty easily by any top 10 welterweight. I wouldn't mind Cody Crowley. I think Rashidi can easily beat him. I think Rashidi, he's like a very very dangerous level fighter. Um, some people want to say Cesar Francis, in which I think Francis, knowing that he beat Miguel Beltran, right? That was a good fight, as it lasted, and I think Francis, he got a 10 round unanimous decision. So um, yeah. Like, I'm sorry, his name is Raimundo Beltran, but yeah, I think wherever the cards may lie, I don't know. I think honestly, I think it's best to see where Rashidi Ellis goes from here. But if we could see any guys, in the top 25 on BoxRec, I wouldn't mind that. Honestly, I think a good fight would be him and Thomas Delorme. Hey, salute to you, Bruce Gas. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. But yeah, honestly, man, I don't know, man. I think Rashidi, he could beat a lot of these guys. I think his biggest test will be up against Amanta Stanionis, which I think that's a very difficult fight. Radzab Butaev, that's a very difficult fight. Conor Ben, I think it will be difficult, but Rashidi, he'll outbox him and he'll stop him. And then I probably say Keith Thurman and obviously Boots, and then maybe Virgil Ortiz, which I think he'll beat Virgil Ortiz, but definitely with Spence and Crawford, those are two names that are probably on the unbeatable list. I don't think Rashidi's there yet, but I think let him get used to the welterweight division, and then we'll see where he goes from there, and then we'll see if he's ready for for all the top killers at 147, because 147 is a very deep division, and there's just so much names out there that need to be. How should I say? There's like plenty of names out there that need to be linked up with each other to see where they are with their skill level, and I think eventually we're going to see that very soon, but we just need to see what happens with the top 10 welterweights. And I think Rashidi, he's there. He just needs to be in there with all the top names. And I think honestly, shame on Golden Boy for holding back his career, but we probably would have seen Rashidi Ellis fight for a world title already. But now it's like he has to play so much catch up, which I don't think it's that much. I think PBC, they're gonna give him like a good gauntlet, fight schedule of opponents, and then if he's ready and he's able to take on all the biggest names in boxing, I think we'll see Rashidi Ellis, become a champion, or he'll be close to a world title, but he might have to win some and lose some. I don't know, but I think Rashidi Ellis, he's there, he's ready. I don't think he's really avoiding any top level competition, and I think his best bet is to go after anybody in the top 25 in the welterweight division. I think he's there. I think he is ready, and I don't see him really fading. But let's talk about the other fight with my Mexican brother over here, Mr. Ramon Cardenas. He got a great unanimous decision victory over Michelle Banquez. This fight, I was actually expecting Cardenas to either stop this guy, or this will probably just be like a good cruise decision. And I think Cardenas, credit to him because he's a good ass fighter. He's like the same age as me, and I think he'll be 27 this upcoming November. So credit to him. He's been he's been inactive for quite a long time. I don't know why. I think it was probably due to maybe manager issues, and he wasn't able to get the proper fights in, because he wasn't really known to the boxing world. But now for him to get a good win over a very tough opponent, I think that pretty much explains that he's ready for a lot of top level opposition. He's only lost one time. That was to a guy named Danny Flores. That was back at 122. But ever since then, he's just been blazing hot. He's been literally on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he's been on a 9 fight win streak, and I like that. He's just trying to keep himself active as much as possible, and I just don't understand why some of these fighters get frozen out. Where they're not active, and like you see them come back within, like a year, and I don't like that. Like I like to see fighters consistently fight, on a regular basis, and I think that should be like a thing for all, for every fighter, so that way they can get paid, and they don't have to be screwed over in the business just to wait for like a fight just to get their opportunity. But yeah, let's talk about the possible opponents for Ramon Cardenas, because he's a very very good fighter. He's out of San Antonio, Texas. He obviously fought in Texas at the Alamo Dome. Very very good boxer, puncher. Wouldn't really say he's much of a puncher. He's more of like a volume puncher. He's only had 10 knockouts out of his 21 victories. He's 21 and 1 and no draws. He's only lost once to some unknown Mexican dude, but ever since then, he's been on a 9 fight winning streak. He's been doing everything really good. He's been succeeding at every given opportunity, and I think that I think he's ready for all the top fighters at bantamweight because he's a bantamweight fighter. For those of you that don't know, um, he's ranked number 19, I believe, in the world on BoxRec, in which that doesn't really mean anything. That's just pretty much just there just to put people there. But as far as what we can say is a good possible, step in the right direction, I think him and Alexandro Santiago would be a very, very good fight to have next. But if we want to say he's ready for all the top level world, world competition, um, I say give him like a Raymar Gaballo fight. I think he could easily defeat him. I don't see Raymar Gaballo being that good of a fighter to begin with. So if he can knock his ass out and get him out the way, then I think that's a good fight because that puts you in line to be closer through either of the sanctioning bodies, and that's a good credible name that's in the top 15 or top 10 at least. I would not want to say Guillermo Rigondeaux. I think Rigondeaux, he's way too old. He's 41 years old. He hasn't really had too much of a good outing in his last fight. He got down in the eighth round against some dude named Vincent Astrolabio, some Filipino dude. But I mean, as far as like what he could do is just like I don't know, man. I think honestly, like old guys like Rigondeaux, he needs to get out of boxing, man. The dude looks like he's 50 something years old, and I don't want to see him get hurt. I think he just needs to hang it up. People like that need to like honestly. I don't know if it's like a possible thing in boxing, but there needs to be like an age limit gap of how long you can box, and you can't box over like a certain age. But if you still want to fight, you could fight in exhibitions. But in the professional rankings, I just don't like to see that because young guys will have that incentive to try to knock out old dudes, and then old dudes will end up getting hurt very bad. So yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much how I see it with Mister Cardenas. I think he's very, very close to getting a world title. The question is, who should he be put up against? Obviously, maybe a guy like Gary Antonio Russell could be a fight down the line. I think Gary Antonio would beat him, but I mean, if he wants to get closer to a title, I think just face anybody that's in the top three or top five, and he could very well win. I don't see any, you know, I don't see any, disregard to not support him. I think his biggest fights that he'll end up having a lot of trouble with will be a Victor Santien fight. That was a Dominican dude that just beat Carlos Caraballo, and he's a very, very good fighter. But I think a fight with him would be very difficult. Only reason why that I say that is because he's a very long, lanky, southpaw, pure boxer. He doesn't have really any power. He can tag you to hit you, and he can have good punch placement to keep you off of him. But he doesn't have power to really stop anybody. Um, but he's a very, very difficult style matchup for anybody that's in the bantamweight division. Um, Maybe a fight with I don't know. I would say Carlos Caraballo, but that's a toss up fight. I don't see that fight really presenting as much issues for Cardenas, but anybody in the top 15, I don't think will definitely go down easily. I think him and Emmanuel Rodriguez, that's a fight that people would probably like to see somewhere down the line. Mexico versus Puerto Rico, very, very tough ass rivalry. But I think him and Manny, that'll definitely sell. But I don't know. I think honestly where he needs to be. He needs to fight all the household names, and I think eventually, we could possibly see Cardenas, win a world title. I like him. I personally met him, over at the Evolution Boxing Gym down in Orlando, Florida, and he's a very cool person. Me and him had a very good debate on Devin Haney being champion, and then fast forward leading into now, it's like I gotta talk with him about that Devin Haney talk, and I'm pretty sure if Ramon is watching, and probably anybody that's connected to him, i.e., people that know me from that stable. Guess what? Devin Haney is undisputed. There's no more dispute. He is the Demon King at 135, baby. But yeah, shout out to Cardenas. Great victory. Like to see him back as soon as possible. Obviously, he went through a 10-round war with a very tough opponent, but I think he's very very well ready for the top level opposition. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Now let's talk about Frank Martin versus Jackson Mariñez. This is a very difficult fight. Um, I'm I, I'm not gonna sit here and say that this was a very easy fight. Obviously, Frank Martin, he got a ninth round or 10th round stoppage. Um, it was a good fight. I mean, am I like sold on Frank Martin? Yeah, sort of, but I'm not supremely how should I say? I'm not supremely confident to think that Frank Martin is ready for the top level opposition. Not only to say that he can't bang with them, it's just that I really thought that he would have stopped. He would have styled on Marinas a lot more decisively. And the biggest problem with this fight was just that Marinas, he wasn't really doing much, but just using a jab. And then Frank, he got caught with like almost at the same shot here and there, but he was trying so hard to go in, and Marinas, he was controlling him through the pace to the point where he was basically how should I say, like, he was basically almost getting outboxed in the event. Granted, on the scorecards, it showed that he was winning on all three of them, but it was a very nip and tuck fight. The very first judge had an 88-82. Second judge, same score, 88-82. And then the third judge, which this was a very, very, this was very weird. Um, that guy had an 87-83. So I just found it so weird, man. I don't understand why this fight wasn't a lot closer than expected, but I just think, like, honestly, man, like, there was just something that just gave me a weird feeling that Frank was going to deal with a very tough opponent, and he did, because Marinas, he's not your typical, like, I'm going to walk you down type of fighter. He's a pure boxer. He doesn't really have too much of a good punching power display to really hurt somebody. He's only stopped two opponents prior to 2019, so he hasn't got a how should I say he hasn't gotten a knockout ever since then. He's had three straight losses leading up to this point, and out of his actual real two losses, they were two credible names in the lightweight division. I mean, Frank Martin, he's starting to become a credible name at lightweight, and then obviously former world champion Richard Comey, he knocked him out. So I think Jackson Marinas, um, he's a good fighter, but I don't think he goes as far as he should be to beat the high level, because I think it just shows late game when he gets hit with a very very like a very very big shot, and he doesn't recover. He ends up fading, and then he ends up getting beat up pretty bad. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I like to see him wrong, or I like to see him prove me wrong. I think he could beat some decent names, but I think like his only end, like his only last stop, or his last stop for him to like go far, he'll lose to like any guys that are in like the top 40 or 45. Anybody in the top 50 could very well beat him, but out of like all the tough names, I would say like a guy like Ricardo Nunez, he would knock him out. Michelle Rivera would just box circles around him. He could possibly beat a guy like Miguel Berchelt, but anybody with like heavy hitting power that could just walk him down late game, I think he just folds. I don't see him going that far in a fight where he's able to hold up on his own. But then again, if he's able to do it, he's able to do it. So that's just all simulated between how they come into that fight, displaying their boxing skills. But I think anybody with power like a Williams, like a Williams Zepeda, that that knows how to box, but on top of that, he can walk you down if you don't have power to hurt him. Same thing with Ricardo Nunez. Same thing with Jermaine Ortiz, who's a very good bona fide pure boxer puncher. Maybe Ryan Garcia. I think Marinas can very well defeat him. I think that's very questionable because if his chin gets clipped, really good, then I think Ryan might have a shot to beat him. Nakatila would knock out Marinas and probably Gustavo Lemos, Isaac Cruz. Jojo would probably decision him, and everybody else would definitely fold him or just beat him. I don't understand why a boxer still has Teofimo Lopez in the lightweight division. He's a 140 pounder, so they should very well get his name out of that listing. But yeah, Teofimo Lopez would probably beat him too. But yeah, either way, it was a good fight. Frank Martin, he said some good words after the fight. He said that he wants all the champions. He says he's ready, and I don't really think that's a really good look for him. I don't think he should really push for those fights yet. I think it's time for him to just give him like a top 10, and then if he's ready for like a world title, then go for it. Because if you just feed him to like Gervonta Davis in his next fight, I don't think that's a good idea. I think Frank Martin, he should get the experience and then garner it. And then when he's ready, he's ready. But if he's not ready, he's not ready. You just have to keep building him. You have to like see where his development is before a guy like Derek James can actually say, yeah, you're actually ready for a world title. But either way, that was a good fight. I didn't really think like Marinas was a easy outing for Frank Martin. I think this fight was contracted at 140, so I'm not too sure what Frank was doing. I think maybe they just agreed to like to a catch weight. So maybe that's what they like maybe that's what they were doing. But like I'm pretty sure Frankie's still gonna campaign at 135. So yeah, we'll find out leading into the future. Um, Now let's talk about the co-main event: Brandon Figueroa versus Carlos Castro. This is a good fight, but I definitely did not agree with the TKO stoppage. Carlos Castro, he did a very good job. I thought he was outboxing Figueroa. Figueroa, he just ran into the same problems that he had dealt with in his last fight with Cool Boy Steph, and I actually thought Castro, he did a very good job. He was outboxing him. He gave him a lot of problems, and Brandon Figueroa wasn't able to keep up. I think the biggest takeaway from it was just that Figueroa, he wasn't really doing anything special. He was just trying to use the same style like he did back at 122, and I don't think Figueroa has all that power that everyone says that he does. I think the biggest thing about it is that most of his power, quote unquote power, that all kicks in when he starts accumulating all the shots where he has volume punching power. I don't think he hits hard. I think most of his shots are just cumulative. If his opponents just sit in front of him, so that's what makes it very hard to determine if Figueroa is actually like a power puncher or he's just like a brawler volume puncher. And I think the thing is that he doesn't really have any power. It's just like his power only, you know, like his power is only there when someone stands in front of him and he's able to get his shots off. But in this fight, it clearly showed that his power really really didn't make too much of a change from 120 from 122. Um, he did drop Carlos Castro down in the third round, but then after that, Castro he did a very good job keeping his jab active and making Brandon Figueroa reset all the time. And I think Castro did a very good job. He actually you know just ran into the mistake of trying to trade with Figueroa, and then that's what happened where he got dropped. And then leading into the sixth round, that's where I disagreed with the stoppage because it was very stupid to have like Figueroa like pummel on Castro, and Castro he was doing a good job blocking most of the shots, but that the referee was just being dumb to just say, oh well, we're just gonna have to stop the fight because it's like, oh well, knowing that this is a title eliminator of some sort or like a world championship level contention bout, it's like still like you're not gonna give the benefit of the doubt to to give the guy time to like actually respond to all those shots because I don't think Castro was really hurt. I thought Castro he was put on a good effort to block most of those shots and try to battle through it, but I really didn't see Castro get hurt. I think this is where Brandon Figueroa's power isn't really there. It's just only there when guys stand in yeah, when guys just stand right in front of them to take all that punishment and they don't move their head. And I think that was a big problem with Carlos Castro. He was doing such a great job just outboxing Figueroa, but the biggest takeaway from it was like he wasn't using his jab enough to keep Figueroa off of him, in which I think he had the power to hurt Figueroa, but it wasn't to the active ability of Castro's effort to use it to a high level because he had the style to beat him, but Figueroa he was able to get on the inside and have his way, but it wasn't like dealing that much damage to Carlos. Carlos was doing his thing, but I think that was a very weak stoppage, and I didn't like how the referee stopped that exchange very early to just wave it off, like because it made no sense. It like this is boxing, but still, you cannot justify to me as a referee to say, oh well, if the fighter is still blocking punches, but he's not responding within at least like a minute or two with those punches, then that automatically means that I need to stop the fight. No, you don't need to stop the fight. You only stop the fight if the fighter, if he has no defense or he or she don't have any defense, but they have their hands up, but they keep getting hit, with like the same punch over and over. So therefore, that gives you a good reason to stop it. Then yeah, then you go in and then you stop the fight. But you don't stop a fight if he's keeping his hands up and he's doing a good job blocking most of those shots, then let the fight continue. That's how traditional boxing fights should be. Let the warriors go at it, and then if one guy is dominating the other guy where he's like landing a good 6, 7, 8 punch combination, before the round's over, and the other guy or the other lady, she's tired to the point where they're definitely not going to come back in the next round, then I would say, okay, fight's over because that clearly shows that you're not ready to go back, come back for the next round, or you can no longer continue. So I just I just find it weird, man. I don't understand how these boxing referees get jobs like that because some of these referees are very crap in boxing, but other ones are very good, but it just really depends on like how the fight goes. And I think honestly, there needs to be a set standard protocol of like when to go in to stop a fight when a fighter is extremely hurt, versus like you know like a guy like Carlos Castro, if he's keeping his hands up and he's blocking most of the shots, but he only gets tagged like 2 3 times, that's not that's not a justified stoppage, and I find that to be really ass backwards. But that's pretty much how I just see it. I just don't see it to be that good of a stoppage when both guys are giving it their all to try to do the best that they can do to try to make the fight competitive. But either way, I don't know where Carlos goes from here. He had two very very tough back to back fights with Luis Neri and Brandon Figueroa. Um, I think Neri's career is actually getting really really good. He's definitely on the high end. Uh, I don't know what he's planning on doing. I think he's planning on staying at 122, and I think maybe that's where Castro should focus his career on. Go back to 122 and try to get belts there because I think Castro he's a good fighter. It's just that he just needs to, fight at his natural weight if he can't handle the pressure of 126 pounders. But I think Figueroa, I don't think he's that good. I think Figueroa, he could very well get himself beat up, like pretty bad. I think Ray Vargas would outbox him pretty bad. I think Gary Russell would absolutely whip him. Mauricio Lara, he would knock him out pretty bad. Leo Santa Cruz, I don't know. I think this fight would be a very interesting fight. I think everything that we needed to see out of Leo Santa Cruz in his last fight with Keenan Carabajal. I think Leo's a good ass fighter, and I think he can put himself in a good position to fight any of the top names at featherweight. But I think Leo he can make some noise. Once again, I'm not too sure if he's still a champion at 126 because Lee Wood is considered to be the WBA featherweight champion, but he has the regular title. So I'm pretty sure Leo he's probably still the WBA super champion. So I'm not too sure. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a point for him to be the super champion because he shouldn't be the super champion if he didn't unify the belt. So I don't know what's going on with that. I think what's going to happen is just that probably Leo Santa Cruz, he's going to probably just focus on trying to get more belts or more title fights, and then we'll see what happens. But I think as far as the state of 126, it's really nothing that we really need to talk about because it's like there's really no big fights that can really be like a thing. But yeah, I'm not too sure. And actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think Leo Santa Cruz is the champion at featherweight because it shows that he actually never won a title at featherweight before. He only had a title at super featherweight. So I think the problem is that Leo Santa Cruz he's never been a champion at featherweight before. So what's probably going to happen is that um, I don't know because like it shows that he's not champion on BoxRec. But I'll go to the WBA website and we'll find out if he is champion because I'm pretty sure he's not the champion. I think Lee Wood is the champion for the WBA. But yeah, we'll find out because I was thinking he was the champion. Yeah. So see now this is weird. So they say Leo Santa Cruz he is the WBA super champion, and this is as of well yeah like basically on the WBA website. Like I'll just put it in the link below. Basically, according to the rankings, Leah Santa Cruz is listed as the WBA featherweight or featherweight champion, which I have no clue how he won his fight, but basically he's never won a he's like he really never won the featherweight championship. Oh well, actually no, they said that yeah like it says right here against Rafael yeah against Rafael Rivera He beat him at like this said super featherweight, but but for the WBA they listed that as like as a featherweight title, like win for Leo Santa Cruz. So I don't know why they would list it as super featherweight, because that made like no sense. But after that, that's when he, I guess quote unquote won the super featherweight title against Miguel Flores. That was for super featherweight. So yeah, I don't understand why BoxRec didn't didn't fix this. So yeah, Leo Santa Cruz, he is the super featherweight, or he's at the WBA super featherweight champion. So I'm not too sure, man. But if you guys want to take a look at it, there's the link in the comment section if you guys want to take a look at it. But basically, Leo Santa Cruz, to to my understanding, he really doesn't have, how should I say, like, he doesn't have any belt that's listed on his box rec to say he is the WBA feather, the super champion for the featherweight title. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I think Leo Santa Cruz, if he's gonna unify that belt to become unified, I think his next step is to fight a guy like Ray Vargas, because I think Ray Vargas said he wants to fight. He wants to fight Leo Santa Cruz. If he has that title. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the co-main. I don't think Figgy does well against any of the top 25 featherweights, but that's all subject to change. But I like to see Figgy in there. I think Figueroa, he could do well, but I think his end, like I think his I think his dead end lies where he faces a guy that knows how to box, and knows how to give him plenty of problems, to the point where he's able to, or like basically he's not able to use his style as he wants to be successful. Um, but yeah, let's talk about the main event, and then we're gonna cover the pro box card a little bit, because I wanted to give some credibility to some fighters that fought on that card. And then also, I wanted to give a quick little shout out to Zarina McCoy. She won last night. She had a good 10 round unanimous decision against some Venezuelan black lady. I forgot her name, but she beat her. That was a good fight, and definitely like to see her, see her go up go up against all the credible names. Supposedly she fights at featherweight now. I'm not too sure if she's gonna move back down in weight, but I'll be talking with her soon to see what's gonna be the plan, next for her. But either way, let's talk about the main event. Mark Magsayo versus Ray Vargas. This was an all-out battle. Ray Vargas surprisingly got dropped in that fight. It was a good fight. I think Ray Vargas, his biggest problem is that he needs to stop leaving his chin wide open when he gets caught with a big shot. I think the problem with Ray Vargas is just that he is a great pure boxer, and the problem with Ray Vargas is that he's not this type of fighter where he's able to hit you with big shots. He's only there to be a pure boxer, and I think that's that's his biggest strength. He knows how to box. He knows how to move. He's very very talented and very very gifted. But the biggest problem is just that he needs to stop leaving himself wide open to get clipped. And I mean, he's only been down a couple times in his career. Like, there are those shots out there that do hit him, where he does get down, but it's like those are like the shots where he gets hit, with like a big flash knockdown. So, I mean, I think it's just food for thought for Ray Vargas to go back and watch, about the film, so therefore he doesn't get hit with these big shots as he shouldn't be, because he's a great pure boxer. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to put himself in proper position to win. But for him to get hit the way he did with Mark Magsayo, I think that's a really big no. He shouldn't be doing that. He needs to be defensively responsible at all times because world championship fights are determined by your boxing ring IQ and your defensive, counteractive, abilities. So I'm not too sure where Ray Vargas is going to go, but he won a good split decision victory over Mark Magsayo. He was undefeated. Ray Vargas was undefeated, and he dethroned Mark Magsayo, rightfully so, because I never thought of Mark Magsayo to be this really good fighter. People really try to hype him up to act like he's this ultimate badass, in which he should have arguably lost against Gary Russell. And yeah, I think honestly the biggest problem was just that fight between him and Gary Russell. Gary Russell should have won that fight, or that should have been a draw. I mean, honestly, I didn't really see Mark Magsayo really win against Gary Russell, and I just knew, from the beginning that Gary Russell, he was like a more superior fighter, and I don't understand, why, he had to get robbed that night against Mark. But as far as Mark's career goes, I don't know where he goes. I think he needs to, get out of 126, maybe move up to 130. I don't know, but I don't really look at him to be that good of a fighter. He was always suspect to me, and I never really liked his fighting style. I don't see him beating any other top level names. I think Mauricio Lara would sleep him. Um, he could beat a Josh Warrington. He could beat a Lee Wood. He could definitely beat a Kiko Martinez. But I think anybody with power that knows how to box, like Luis Alberto Lopez, I don't even think Alberto really has that many knockouts, but he can hit. He could still sting to give you a very difficult fight. But I just don't see him doing much in his career where, like, Mark's gonna be able to just, blow through all these dudes. I think Christopher Pitufo Diaz would sleep him. I think Michael Conlon could very well beat him. I'm not too sure what he's gonna be doing. Um, oh, surprisingly, uh oh, breaking news, guys. This is just a rumor, but I heard that Michael Conlon is set to face against Miguel Mariaga in his next fight. That's at the SSE, the Odyssey O2 Arena, or yeah. That's over at the SSE Arena, the Odyssey. That's over in, I guess, Northern Ireland, over in Belfast. So yeah, that's a good fight. I think that's a very good comeback fight for Michael Conlon, because even though Miguel Mariaga, he had a very tough 10-round war with Eduardo Zerto Ramirez. Yeah, that's a very good difficult style matchup for Michael Conlon. I'm not too sure where Mariaga's career stock will go if he loses, but I mean, I think Michael Conlon, um, him facing a guy like Mariaga, I don't know. I kind of feel like this is more of like a tune-up fight, just for him to just get back into the swing, and then we'll probably see him in there with all the top level names. But I think he already knows what he needs to do in order to put himself in proper, position to win. So yeah, I'm not really, against that fight. It's just that Michael Conlon against Mariaga, that makes me feel like that Top Rank is trying to just give him like a good little comeback, easy, like, easy going fight. And then if he's successful against Mariaga, then they're gonna put him back in there with some top level names, because there's obviously plenty of names, not only on Top Rank, but just in the top 10. He could very well face him. He could very well face a Isaac Dogbe, in which I think him and Conlon, yeah, I'm not too sure if him and Conlon fought each other. I don't think so, but Dogbe, he's actually scheduled to face up against Joet Gonzalez for the WBO International Featherweight title. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting. I don't know what's going to be happening there, but that's going to be a very difficult fight for Joet Gonzalez. But that fight will be very interesting to see when that fight comes to fruition. But yeah, that's a very very good fight for Michael Conlon and for Joet and Dogbed. But as far as Mark Magsayo's career goes, I don't see him really beating that many guys. The 126 division is definitely turning into a very deep division, and there's just so many names here that we don't know that could very well upset a lot of potential people. I think that the next step will just have to be honestly just have these guys fight it out. It's going to be very interesting to see where 126 will go because there's just so many dangerous level names. So I don't know. I think it's going to be very interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where 126 will go. But as far as Mark Magsayo's career, I think he should really rethink his career, and he really needs to start understanding where his position is in boxing. But if he's able to, come right back and actually beat some high quality opponents, I'm not against it. It's just that I don't really see Mark Magsayo's ceiling to be that big in the boxing game. So I think Mark Magsayo, he's probably going to take a little bit of time off. I don't really see Magsayo really not coming back until maybe like 4 months from now, maybe 6 months. So yeah, we're going to see what's going to happen between him and Ray Vargas. I'm not too sure if there's like a rematch, but if there is a rematch, uh, that's probably going to be like the same boring fight. I don't think Ray Vargas and Mark Magsayo needs a rematch. I mean, if Ray Vargas did get a split decision victory over Mark, and he did his thing to become the real WBC champion, in which he's never been a two division world champion leading up to now because he was never at featherweight before. He's always fought at super bantamweight. Then that's a really really good statement for Ray Vargas to go out there and do what he did. So I think Ray Vargas versus Leo Santa Cruz is the best next fight made versus seeing a rematch between Magsayo and Vargas. But yeah, let's talk about the Pro Box card and then I'll get up out of here. This is a very, very good, decent little card. Shout out to all the people that were on this card. But surprisingly, shout out to Mr. Julio El Macho Solis. He got an 8 round unanimous decision over some Argentinian dude named Emiliano Martin Garcia. Decent fighter. I mean, like honestly, pro box promotions. I'm gonna just be honest. Like I'm not really too sold on their fights, but for all these young guys facing against like washed up fighters or just guys that we know that they're gonna win. I don't know. I'm not really too much of a fan for that, but I think honestly, like sooner than later we're gonna have to see some of these young rookie level fighters be in there with some like top level opposition. Um, I'll start off with Julio. I think Julio's a very good fighter. He's had some very very good fights lately. I think what the biggest takeaway for it is just that Julio he knows where his position is at boxing right now, but knowing that this is his very first fight, well, actually no, I want to say that he fought this opponent at 135 at lightweight. So if he is fighting at lightweight, I don't understand why BoxRec or Tapology listed this to be a super featherweight bout. But either way, I think Julio he's a good fighter. He knows what he needs to do to elevate his game. But I think with this performance against Emiliano, I felt like he could have done a bit more to stop this guy. I think Emiliano he was obviously just there just to get a check. He wasn't there to win. But I think for Julio's benefit, if the opponent's not supposed to be in the ring with you. 9 times out of 10, you're supposed to stop your opponents. But I'm not really going to blame anybody like that for not doing that. You'll do anything that you need to do to get the victory. So I definitely like his drive in the sport of boxing. But as far as the performance, I would give it like a solid C+, B-, tier level performance. He did what he had to do, but I don't know. He kind of looked a little bit shaky out there. He looked like he wasn't like feeling it. Like I don't know what's going on. Maybe he could have overtrained. He could have done something that put himself in a very bad physical shape. But I think what the biggest takeaway from it is just that you have to be ready when you get up in there. But I don't know what's going on with him. Salute to Mr. Judah Ben Israel. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. But yeah, I'm not I'm not really against his performance. He did what he had to do. He's a good fighter. I want to see him rise quickly to be up there, to the world title stage. But I mean, for like opponents like this, I'm not really too sold on seeing fights like this. I like to see him fight any like top 100 or top 200 lightweight that can give Julio a very difficult test. But I think he's going to be up there. I think he's going to be fighting all the tough names that we would want to see him fight. So I think eventually we're going to see that, but I say for now, ProBox is probably just going to work with him by just giving him fights where he could just stay busy and just stay active. So, I mean, I'm not a believer of this prospect, prospect, classification thing to say like, oh well, you need to build up like a fighter. No, like you're a professional or you're a amateur. You can't have it both ways. But the thing is like in the professionals in boxing, you have to be ready for any opponent. And I think that, at this point of Julio's career, yeah, you have a good record, but at the same time, what are these opponents? I think it's time to see him face some like high level names once we get up to like match number 13 or match number 14 or 15. So I don't want to say Julio is not going to digress. I think he's increasing in skill, but to me personally, I would like to see a good, valuable young young gun tests where he could be in there with like a very very tough opponent that could really put him to the next level. But I think eventually he's going to be up there. He just has to keep building and he'll be up there. But I'm proud of him. Credit to Julio and great victory. But yeah, let's move on with the next last few fights. We're gonna talk about Marcus Wall and Dominic Wall, and then Brandon Glanton. Um, Marcus Wall, he did a very good job. He stopped his opponent in 2 rounds. This Jorge Rodrigo Sosa, I think he was from Paraguay, but he was a decent opponent. I wasn't really too sold on his opponent. I think like Marcus Wall, he should be fighting some like high level names at this point. I mean, he's only like what, like 5-0, so I'm not gonna knock on him. He's just getting fights just to stay busy. But if we want to be realistic on like who he should be fighting, I think you should really start giving him guys that are like in the top 500 or top 400. I think Marcus, he has a good ceiling. Same thing with his brother, Dominic. But I think just fighting these like low level opponents to like get your career up there. I think that's only good for like a short amount of time, but then eventually the competition is going to be limited enough for you to be forced to face dangerous level names. So I'm not too sure where he's going to go. As far as what I see here, he's managed by David McWater and Brandon Sagales. I think David McWater, for those of you that probably know him, I think he works with Split T Management, and I think that's a big management company that gives fighters, like a proper direction and where they need to go in boxing. But um, yeah, I think Dominic and Marcus, they're moving the right direction. Obviously, fights like these, I'm not really like against low level fights, but either way, I would like to see Marcus and Dominic, fight some decent level names. It actually shows here that for Julio, he was supposed to fight Christian Otero. He was a four and one guy that he was supposed to fight, and I guess he pulled out of that fight. So maybe that maybe that Argentinian dude was just like a last minute replacement. But then same thing with Marcus. He was supposed to fight Sean West, in which Sean West, he's that 32-year-old dude that I'm not too sure like about who he's fought, but he was supposed to fight like a decent fighter. He was actually 7-2. Okay, yeah, got it. Because he was 7-2. He's only been stopped once in the pros, but that was actually up against Joey Spencer, which was very surprising. But still, um, yeah. Either way, like I'm not really like against that. I think that I think maybe that was the reason why Marcus fought him, fought that guy. But either way, like I'm definitely proud of him. Like I'm proud of Marcus. I'm proud of his brother. His brother Dominic did a very good job. He stopped Manuel Guzman Moreno. This opponent wasn't really too much of a test. He was like more like a opponent just to go in there and try to like give it his all, but then he just got clipped with something huge, and then he just ended up folding. So, I mean, Dominic, he did his thing. Great fighter, great boxing, ring IQ. I think out of both brothers, I think Dominic is like the smarter fighter, but Marcus, he's the more aggressive fighter. So I think stylistically, Dominic has a slight edge over his brother in skill set, but as far as dog and as far as persistence, Marcus has a very tough, aggressive style, which is going to be very good heading into the upper echelon matchups at 147. So I'm not too sure. I think both brothers, they're going to be ending up like the Charlo brothers in a way. I'm not saying like as far as personality goes, but their commitment to the sport is very similar to the Charlo brothers. Like they have a very strong ceiling, but we just need to see them in there with all the top level names. So I think eventually we're probably going to see them in there, pretty soon. They have great genes, they have great athletic abilities out of both of them, and I think their skill set is just getting better. So shout out to both brothers. Hopefully I can link up with them soon. But also, let's talk about the big dog, Mr. Brandon Glanton. For those of you that don't know who Brandon Glanton is, he was that black guy that beat Fa Apoche. That was back in 2021 as of June 27th, and he had a split decision win over Fa Apoche. That was a good ass fight. I suggest that you guys should go out there and definitely take a look at that fight. That was a very good fight. But basically, Glanton, he came back in the ring back on May 1st, where he got a fourth round KO victory over Mitch Williams. That was down in Atlanta, and that was a very good fight down in Georgia. But leading into now with his recent fight with Deshaun Webster, not really too much of a good fighter himself, but Glanton, he did what he had to do. He stopped him. He did a very good job. He utilized his jab, used great aggression, and he just did what he had to do. He's such a good fighter. I think Glanton, if anything, like he has a very very good career in boxing, but as far as like the world title level goes, I think I think his best opportunities is at heavyweight because Glanton, he's a very very big guy. He knows how to pack a punch very hard. But I think that the reason why he's fighting at cruiserweight is probably because he fights a lot better, moving faster on his feet. So I definitely give him his props. I think Glanton, he's there. I think he's ready to be facing some top level names, especially that you see guys like Bado Jack, you see who Lawrence Okoli. I think Glanton can very well knock him out. I think he could beat, a lot of these guys. He could beat Macaboody. He could beat Marius Breedis, who just lost to Jai Opitia, which I don't think Opitia is that good anyway. I think he just managed to win his 12 round unanimous decision against Breedis simply because Breedis, he's just an old fart that needs to get out of boxing. But nah, man, I don't really see that many guys really giving Mr. Glanton any problems. I mean, like I think Richard Reactory would probably give him a tough war, but once he gets hit with something heavy, I think Reactory, he'll get knocked out pretty easily. Um, I think Chris Billum Smith, that'll be a fun fight to watch, but Blanton will sleep him. But other than that, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, there's really nobody else on here in the cruiserweight division. After that, I don't know if Glanton wants to go after all the champions and then unify, so therefore he could have a say coming into the heavyweight division, which makes a lot of sense. But the problem is that the cruiserweight division is not that interesting enough for anybody to care that if you're moving up from cruiserweight all the way up to heavyweight. I understand that's a big jump because heavyweight is a very dangerous, division, and you getting hit a lot harder in the heavyweight division can put a lot more stress on your body. So I think like I wanna say Brandon's just going after a world title at cruiserweight, and then maybe somewhere in the future we'll probably see him at heavyweight, but I don't think he survives that long at heavyweight. So I think cruiserweight is probably his maximum weight limit, but I could be wrong. I don't know where he could actually where he could actually go from go from there. But either way, this is a very good victory between him and Deshaun Webster. Good fight. I definitely had a fun time watching that fight. Now let's talk about the co-main event. This is a shocker, but I wasn't really shocked. I was actually very happy. But shout out to Mr. Curtis Harper, aka the man that walked out of the ring fighting Fa Ajagba. For those of you that don't know, he did that because he didn't get paid. So therefore, he said, "You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna just leave, and therefore, I'll get like my money, somewhere down the line." But either way, Curtis Harper, he had an amazing fight against Christian Thune. This is a very very good fight. For those of you that don't know, Curtis Harper, he was supposed to be a good up and coming heavyweight fighter, but I think the biggest takeaway from his career was just that he was being treated really bad in the boxing world. And for those of you that don't know how the business of boxing really works out, yeah, granted, boxers will always get their guarantee, but at the end of the day, the expenses that boxing, requires for you to get paid good money, it's the ends don't justify the means. And for Curtis Harper's career, I felt like his career got cut short because he got screwed over with that Ajagba fight, where he wasn't getting his proper just due in the sport for getting paid. And then on top of that, I'm not too sure about the Chris Areola fight, but after this fight that he lost, surprisingly, he actually lost that fight. I actually thought Chris Chris Areola did his thing, but um, he got frozen out. Hey, how's it going, Tim?
Hey, pretty good. Good morning. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Just recapping on last night's fights.
Right. Oh man, I'm just waking up, bro. So just give me 1 second.
Man, that's all good.
Yeah, I'm waking up to everybody's shows, man. OG and Knockouts on it. Oh, I always put in my 2 cents in their chat, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got done visiting them right now. Yeah, it was pretty good fights, bro. What do you think, man?
Man, last night was amazing.
It was good. You know what? A lot of people talking shit about the heavyweight matchroom card, man, and I really enjoyed that fight, man. I know that Chisota's old, bro. He needs to retire. That was a good redemption win for him. You know what I'm saying? He got redemption. But they're not top of the top tier heavyweights, but I thought it was a lot better show than what I thought we were gonna get. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and then hey, the co-main event was a trip. Did you go over that? Have you discussed that yet? The Soto and the Majima fight.
Yeah, like I never covered that. I actually didn't really talk about that.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, bro. That dude looked like he intentionally fucking grabbed him from behind the head and bust his whole fucking melon on him just so that it would go to no contest. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because Majimov was about to finish him in the second. And the third round opened up, man. The first thing that dude did was grab him from behind the head and push his fucking melon right through his shit, crack his shit open, and it went to a technical draw.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, that was pretty crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You still have that clip?
Oh, I actually deleted it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, huh? When I told you that shit, I was like, bro, I just seen a guy fucking take himself out because he was losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Michael, I think Soro, he's a bum, and I think he needs to get out of boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just sad, man. Like people like that need to just just get out about the sport. Like you're not good, so therefore you're going to be dirty to a younger fighter that was arguably beating you. So
Yeah, I missed the Rashidi Ellis opening fight for the PBC card. You told me about that one.
yeah, he did a very good job. He whipped that guy.
It was opening round. How many seconds did it take him? I
Uh,
haven't even went back to look at it yet.
there was only 43 seconds left when he stopped him.
Nice, bro. He finished him
Yeah.
pretty quick, huh? Yeah,
So
easy work for Rashidi, huh?
yeah. Like I mean, Ellis, he did what he had to do.
Hey, that Jackson Martinez actually put up a pretty good fight against Frank Martin, don't you think?
Yeah, he did.
He wasn't a walkover, bro. That Jackson Martinez, he's already fought Tank, he's fought Rolly, you know what I'm saying?
Well, Jackson Marini has fought Richard Comey and Rolly,
Oh,
and
really?
yeah. He never fought Tank.
Oh, I never fought Tank. It was Comey
Yeah,
uh
Comey and Rolly.
and Rolly. Yeah, I seen the Rolly fight, and he did pretty good with Rolly.
Yeah, but I think Marini he presented a very difficult style matchup for Frank and gave me like some concerns about Frank's fighting style. But either way, I think Marini's he's still a valuable opponent to definitely beat some quality level names, but I think at the high level he gets stopped.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah, it was
yeah,
a pretty good fight.
yeah,
Frank Martin's fucking good, bro. Took him a while to break this guy down, you know what I mean? But
yeah. Martin, he's a good fighter. It's just I just kind of question like his fighting style. Like how is that gonna go far into at the world title level? Because I
right.
think like I think he could beat guys like Isaac Pitbull Cruz, Ryan Garcia, and maybe Michelle Rivera. But after that, like I'm not too sure about Gervonta Davis and all
Yeah,
those other guys.
yeah. Too fierce, and I agree, man. But hey, that Jackson Martinez, he put up a good fight, bro. That was good.
Yeah,
I
he
thought,
did.
I thought when Frank Martin was gonna fight him, it was gonna be like the Rashidi Ellis fight, you know, it's gonna be quick.
Yeah. I wanna see Marini's back, but I don't know if it's probably safe to say that he should probably take a step down in competition or just take a break and then come
Yeah,
right back and into the mix. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
no,
because I wasn't really too sure if Marini's was at the same fighter. Which he came out very very strong in the opening half, but
right.
leading into the late game, Frank Martin was able to, figure out his timing, and then he was able to, to stop him.
Right. Yeah, man.
Yeah, because I actually thought Frank Martin was actually losing that fight. I actually thought Martin was getting outboxed a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah, a little bit, bro. That's why I said I noticed that he was putting up a really good fight, man. I thought he was gonna be a chump, bro. He was all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man, my boy came through, man. Come
Oh,
on,
yeah.
Ray Vargas.
Yeah, man. Ray Vargas, he's a beast.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think Ray Vargas is actually. I don't know. I think he's a very, very good veteran level fighter, but I think he can give like a run for anybody's money if he fights that way.
Yeah.
Because I do think he's vulnerable to to some fighters that could punch very hard, that could knock him out. But I don't think Ray Vargas would be that stupid to like leave himself wide open.
Yeah.
I think that the problem that I have with that fight was that he was trying to mix it up on the inside with Mark Magsayo, and then Magsayo was, he was like tagging him, with, pretty much, he was tagging him without the same shot consecutively, and Ray Vargas didn't make those quick, adjustments to actually get away from those, repetitive shots.
Yeah, it was a good fight. Mark Magsayo had his opportunity to beat him. Actually, he dropped him. He just didn't finish the job, bro. Even the commentators on TV were like, "Yo, he's not even. He's
Yeah,
got his guy hurt, and he's not even finishing him off. What's the deal?"
yeah, it's just so weird. It's like I don't understand like why he would not do that.
He had his moments. Mark actually impressed me a little bit because I just thought Vargas was gonna piece his ass up, bro. Like I was one of those people that really didn't believe that Mark Magsayo was that good. I just thought he fucked up Gary Russell Jr. that night. You know what I'm saying? He didn't
Yeah,
fight a good Gary Russell Jr. I
yeah,
know Gary Russell Jr., bro. Like I follow his ass, follow his fights. That night he was off, bro.
yeah.
So for him to be a champion on an off night, that doesn't really prove that you're champion level status because you fucked the guy up when he was done on his great night. You know what I'm saying? So like this in my head right away, that shadow of a doubt's in my head. And
Yeah,
sure enough, I was right, bro. I know Vargas is a really good, hell, he's a 122 champion. He's moving up in weight. Gonna take that strap. He did it, bro. He's a two division world champion.
yeah.
Kind
I
of
know.
like my uncle, bro. My uncle's a two division, but just a little bit higher from feather into super feather. You know what I'm saying?
Who do you want to see Ray Vargas fight next?
Oh, bro, at 126, there's a lot, bro. Give him Robezy.
Yeah, I think Ray will beat Robesi.
Yeah, Robezy's kind of spooky the way he came out, bro. For me, like I really had no idea who the fuck Robezy Ramirez was, and when he beat Supernova like that, bro, I was like, who the fuck is this? Because I really thought Abraham Nova was on his way up. He was doing good for the featherweight. I really liked Nova, kind of a big featherweight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
Same thing with Vargas. He's a big featherweight, bro. It's crazy that he's moving up in weight.
yeah, I think Nova. I think Nova's better at 130 and above, but 126. That was just a really dumb route to go.
Yeah, the Robezy really tripped me out, bro.
Yeah, because like Robesi, he doesn't have that much power, but it's like he was only
There's,
getting those shots off because
dude, you got 126 is heating up too, bro. There's so much great competition at 126. You got that Puerto Rican, what's his name, Rivera.
oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, Jan Paul Rivera.
yeah, he's bad. Fuck, dude, there's a lot of good 120. You got fuck, of course, bro. We're not even bringing him up as
Diaz,
who?
Christopher Pitufo Diaz.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, you got Navarrete.
Yeah, Navarrete. I'm not too sure. He said he was considering moving up to 130, but
Yeah.
is that if he stays at 126, then I'm not too sure where his where his next fight will be.
I really thought that was gonna be a knockout in the featherweight division last night. I was like almost sold on that knockout happening, bro. Good thing I didn't bet on that shit because
Yeah,
they're smaller guys, and you get more knockouts in the middleweight division, the super middleweight division, but with these guys, bro, like, man, I really thought they were gonna knock each other out, bro.
yeah. I was thinking Ray Vargas had the power to hurt Merck, which he did, but the problem
I was worried about Vargas getting knocked out too because how tall he is and how he has his chin in the air, bro.
yeah, it's like, dude, like if he did that against Gary Russell would probably sleep him.
Yeah. You've been live for a while, huh? You've been live since 8?
Yeah.
Oh shit, bro. My bad. I seen your text.
Actually, no, like I've been live since like 10 or 9.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're different time zone. It's 9 o'clock here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you
Yeah.
started, it was hella early for me. There's no way in hell I would have been up at 6.
Uh-oh. I have a crazy update alert. Emmanuel Navarrete is actually facing Eduardo Baez.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on August 20th.
Yeah. So he's not moving up. It's 126.
Yeah. But I guess Navarrete, he's staying at 126, but he's facing Eduardo Baez. He's that Mexican dude that has his twin brother and shit. But yeah, he's gonna be fighting him.
Oh. Yeah.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, Bardo, I think he's like top 3 in the WBO or something like that. So I don't know how Navarrete, was ended up fighting him, but yeah, that just makes no sense to me, unless maybe it could be like a voluntary defense because sometimes some fighters be doing that, but I'm actually looking at it right now. Joet Gonzalez is number 1 in the WBO, and Isaac Dogbe, he's number 2. So
Yeah.
I actually do know that Joet and Isaac, they're gonna fight each other.
Yeah.
Because I actually talked about that earlier.
Yeah. Joel Dogbo. Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, Abraham Nova, he's still ranked in the WBO, but he's number 4.
Okay.
Yeah, and Robesi, he's number 11 in the WBO.
Really?
Yeah.
They do shit weird, don't they?
Yeah, but actually, surprisingly, at 130 through the IBF, Abraham Nova's ranked number 7.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And honestly, I think he should go through the IBF route to get his opportunity a lot faster. Because
we should try to get Nova on the show, bro.
Yeah,
I like him, man.
I could text him one of these days. Like I'm pretty sure he's busy, but
yeah.
But he told me he's back in the ring in November. I know that.
Yeah, he's a good fucking dude, bro. I like Nova, bro. I hope he has redemption, kind of how Chisoda had redeemed himself yesterday.
Yeah, well, I think honestly, like if he stayed at 130, and he just he just went through either.
I think he could beat Robesi. He just can't. He just can't get set up for any of those traps, any of that bullshit. He needs to stay focused on him.
But I think it was like a weight issue rather than rather than a fighting skill issue because Robesi, he was getting hit with repetitive shots by Nova's jab, but I think if Nova had his full power at 130, he would have definitely dog walked him because Robesi, he's not that big of a puncher. He doesn't possess this almighty power that some of these weird people be saying about him.
Hey, who won on the Pro Box card?
Yeah, I was actually talking about that. Cesar Francis, he won against Raimundo Beltran. Curtis Harper, that black dude that fought Fa Ajagba, where he walked out of the ring on
That guy
PEC.
that walked out the ring fought?
Yeah. Basically, like the whole story with Curtis Harper was that he didn't get paid, at all for the fight with Fa Ajagba. Like he basically got blackballed into that fight, but he decided to walk out of the ring because he wasn't getting his financial justice. So therefore, he just said, "Nah, fuck it. Like, I'm not gonna fight Fa if I'm not getting paid." But yet his teammates and everybody that's that's working in his team gets paid, but he's not getting paid. So he actually talked about that in several articles.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't blame him. It's like why would you want to get beat up for free, and you're not gonna get like your money. So
Yeah.
I,
Sure.
I don't blame him. But he actually beat a undefeated fighter in that German heavyweight named Christian
Yeah.
Thun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually dropped him. He actually dropped him in the fight too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went fishing last night, bro, and I left kind of late. I left when what fight was I watching on the phone? I watched the whole Frank Martin fight on the phone.
Yeah, Frank Martin did a very good job.
Yeah, and then I did the Frank Martin fight on the phone. I got home in time to see Brandon. Well, I seen part of Brandon Figueroa on the phone as well.
Yeah, I was just saying earlier that
Hey, good job with Brandon Figueroa, bro. Everybody wants to talk shit about Brandon, man. Man, he put up a good fight against Cool Boy Steph, man. Like I consider him an elite at 122. I think Cool Boy Steph's a better boxer, of course. A big fan of Cool Boy Steph, but for him to put that much fight, you know what I mean, with the Cool Boy stuff, bro, like at that level, he is a high level 122, bro. You know what I mean? In my opinion,
yeah,
he's not trash. He's damn good, bro.
yeah,
He's
like
almost a world champion, bro. Like if he put that much competition against Cool Boy stuff, he's right up there, bro.
yeah. Well, the thing is that he's in the same boat with Virgil Ortiz. Like he just uses his pressure to smother his shots a lot, and
Yeah,
I think the biggest takeaway with this Carlos Castro fight is that he's only successful when you stand right in front of him. So if you move and you actually box him, he can't
yeah.
do anything to you. You know?
Hey, his brother's fighting Adrian Broner. You
Yeah,
know, Omar.
yeah. Omar, he's fighting. I think the
Bro,
fight
last
that
time I seen Adrian Broner come back, was it last year? He came back and had a fight. He looked like shit, bro.
yeah, he did.
He didn't look like the same AB, bro. I used to like AB, bro, but his comeback, his last fight, he needs to stay out, bro.
Yeah, he hasn't been
I got
supremely.
Omar. I got Omar whooping that dude's ass, bro. I'm telling you, man. AB is not at the same level he used to be back in the day, bro. He lost that shit. Whatever gift or skill he has, I'll be impressed if he still has it, but I don't think he has it, bro.
Yeah, they're actually fighting on August 20th.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's down at the Seminole Hard Rock Casino down in Hollywood, Florida.
yeah. I got Omar in that fight, bro. And that's not hating on just AB's last performance. He looked like straight trash, bro.
Yeah, he didn't fight. His last fight was back in February of 2021.
People think that it's a natural gift, boxing. Like you always be a good boxer, but once you let go of the gym and let go of training, let go of all that shit goes out the door, bro. You gotta relearn everything, bro. It ain't just muscle memory skill. It's the whole routine of it. You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah,
you're out, been out the ring, not doing shit. Fucking, your ass gonna suck, bro.
yeah. I mean, if he dominates Omar Figueroa, then I'll be impressed. But
Yeah, I'd be
I
like,
say
wow, he's been training, Then yeah, but I don't think he's got that mindset anymore, bro. Maybe.
Yeah, I just think that Omar Figueroa, he's not the type of fighter where I would expect him to like give AB a lot of problems, but I think Adrian Broner, he's gonna come in there to give a very nip and tuck fight once again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was also gonna talk about the whatchamacallit, I guess shit, like what was like the other fight? I was gonna finally cover like the main event for the Cesar Francis and Raymundo Beltran fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Francis, but I don't think Francis is that good of a fighter.
Did it go the distance? What was the outcome of that fight?
He was able to quote unquote. I'm not too sure if he dropped Raymundo Beltran. I think he didn't. I think it was a slip, but he just cruised into a decision. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He never dropped him, but basically he beat him. He beat him to a 10 round unanimous decision, and he got the vacant WBO, NABO super lightweight title. So I guess
Yeah.
that puts him. Yeah, that puts him in position for him to get to a world title quicker. So I don't know,
Yeah.
but
So that pro box card was not too bad, huh?
yeah, it wasn't too bad. I wasn't thinking like about going live for it because it really wasn't that interesting of a card.
Yeah, huh? Yeah, it really wasn't, huh?
Yeah, because I would have like had like I would have put up Julio on the stream and all those guys, but their fights were basically overlaying other fights that I wanted to watch. So I just said, yeah, like I'm not gonna stream it this time. So,
Yeah. Hey, I
but
thought that matchroom. I like the matchroom card, bro. It was all right.
yeah. Let's talk about that for like a bit. Um, it's like I actually thought Derek Chisora did his thing, but like I don't want to see him fight anymore.
Yeah, I jump on this morning. I'm hearing all sorts of criticism. I'm like, come on, guys. He just fucking redeemed himself, man. Give him some credit, man. Fuck, he's old, man. Like they're both old. Like, yeah, he did his best to fucking redeem himself, man. Let's give him his flowers.
yeah, but I think the card itself was not really that good. I mean, they had Fabio Wardley, which I'm not really too high off of him. I think he's a good pure boxer, heavyweight, but he's like I
Yeah,
don't know, like I'm not really sold on like on him yet. But that was a decent fight. Same thing with their other fighter, that British Irish black guy named Kyoman Agarko. I think he really needs to like probably needs to start facing some tough level guys. I don't really think him fighting all these like white Euro bum fighters really helps his
right.
career. And same thing with Ramla Ali. I be
I like
hearing,
her. Yeah,
yeah, she's a good fighter, but the problem that I have with a lot of these British hyped up fighters is just that they're not fighting no notable names. They're just fighting whoever's being put in front of them and just going with the flow. They're really not.
right. You
Yeah, they're
can't
really.
really put their level on a scale. You know what I'm
Yeah, I can't really take
saying?
like take them seriously
Yeah.
because it's like the same thing with that other British girl, Ellie Scottney. Like I like her too, but it's like I don't think she's really that good yet.
Yeah, I think they do that with Rashidi. Like yeah, he had bad opposition at Golden Boy, but look at him at PBC. They put some Joe Smo in front of him. He just fucking killed him, bro.
Yeah, just blows them right out. But
Yeah,
but
so
that's
he
why. But
needs
that's
he needs
why.
a higher level competitor, bro.
Yeah,
But
but that's why Rashidi's been
but
asking.
nobody knows because they can't really put it on a scale.
Yeah,
You know?
but the thing about Rashidi is like Rashidi, he creates enough separation and a skill set where he's like he like you can tell he's ready for the high level. You know?
He definitely, bro. But a lot of people were doubting it, man, just because his promotion or whatnot. But
Yeah.
he's ready for that high level of boxing,
Yeah.
bro.
Because if he was with like the PBC a lot earlier in his career, he would have probably been like a world champion by now, or already fought for world titles and maybe lost. But he's good. I don't want to see him in boots next, but I would say give him like a Abel Ramos or maybe like a Keith Thurman or your Dennis Ugas type of level fighter. He could very well beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, as far as everything else goes, there's really nothing I have left to really say. Like, I mean, Derek Chisora, he did his thing. I actually thought Pulev was gonna knock him out, but surprisingly,
Oh, shit.
Chisora, he actually won by split decision.
Yeah.
By,
My split, huh? Yeah, that's what I tripped out on. It's a split decision, huh?
yeah, he won by split decision. That was so funny. I was laughing my ass off. Um, yeah, I was also going to talk about the Israel Madrimov Michael Soro fight. I was thinking Michael Soro, he just quit. Honestly, he just wanted to find like a way out and just
Yeah, he found his way out, bro. Opening a third bell, second bell, he survived it barely to the bell. Barely like made it out that motherfucker on his wobbly legs. Third round comes out. First thing he does is grab that motherfucker from behind the head and drives his fucking head right into his head.
I'm surprised that Israel didn't, call like he didn't get like a bad cut off of that.
Exactly, bro. Like the other guy, like straight up found his way out, man. It was technical draw, and no contest because it didn't go past 3 rounds.
Yeah,
Damn,
I was
that's
just
fucking crazy. I wonder if his corner's like, yo, you need to take yourself out this round, bro. We can't let it go past 3 rounds. You're getting fucked up, bro. You're not gonna win this fight. You're gonna
yeah.
have you're gonna have to smash his shit out.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at the fight right now,
We
and
got anybody? We got anybody in your chat room, bro? Is this just us talking?
I think it's just us talking,
Yeah,
but
no worries.
yeah,
I like to show people that shit, bro.
yeah. But looking at the fight, Sora was getting his ass beat. Israel was just dog walking him and just beating him to the punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know where Israel goes from here. Do you think do you think he's ready for the high level of 154?
Yeah. I think he's the goods, bro. Majimov, I think he's good, bro.
Yeah,
Um, I didn't see no flaw from him, bro, yesterday. So, um, nah, man, I think he's ready, bro.
yeah,
I don't think he's ready for Mel, but you know what I'm saying? He's ready for 54.
yeah,
He ain't
yeah.
ready for Spence.
I think
Spencer
I
after.
think I think it's best to see him in there with like I wouldn't mind like a guy
I put him
like
in there with Zoo. I put him in there with Tim Zoo or something.
yeah Tim Zhu. I think he can wipe the floor with him. I think he should face
Fedor.
uh I want to mind that Cuban dude Luis Arias, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good fight. Um, I wouldn't mind a fight with that Mexican dude that we saw the other fight on the Gervonta Tank Davis card, Jesus Ramos.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
good, bro.
yeah, he's insane. Um, Tony Harrison, that's a very difficult fight for
Cody
him.
Harrison's really good. Yeah. Shit, bro.
Yeah,
It's another, you know what I mean? World champ. Like,
yeah,
shit.
yeah. Salute to Judah. He said, "Yo, I'm solo in the building. I'm listening. I'm working out. Just hit 100 sit-ups." Oh, nice, nice.
Oh, nice. What's up, Judah?
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, there's just so much opposition here. Like Bryant Perella, that's a difficult fight. I won't want to say he should fight Charles Conwell because I think Conwell would sleep him really bad.
Yeah.
I want him on a fight between him and J Rock. I think him and J Rock, that's a good ass fight.
Oh yeah,
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 but
that'd be good.
but yeah, I don't know where Israel should go from there because he's actually like a top he's a top six super welterweight
He's
according.
still young at it, bro. He's only what 8-0 now.
Yeah, he's only 8-0 at 27,
He's
which
just he's just a good looking prospect, man. Right now, he's from a lot of them fighters coming from that region, man. Uzbekistan and all that shit. They're fucking tough, bro. They put that gym just kind of like even like the Russians, like Better Beef and all them. The same mindset, bro. These
yeah, yeah,
motherfuckers put gym over everything, bro. Like they're 100,000% inside that gym. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So a lot of these cats, you see them in the UFC coming out fucking dominating, like Khabib and all them motherfuckers, bro, are tough, bro. You have to watch out for them guys, man.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they're no slouch. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to
yeah.
the boxing game.
Yeah, because that's why that I even say for guys like MJ, he's just so committed to boxing. He's he's not a bum. He's a very good ass fighter, and I think guys like that just live and sleep boxing. Like that's a very good mindset to have because that's gonna
Yeah,
make you legendary in the sport. So. I think Madrima, if he's there, he just needs to he needs to get his tough fights and
yeah,
I think it's just time. I don't want to see him fight all these unknown dudes. He's not doing anything being with Matchroom or DAZN.
yeah. It's just that region of the world that he's in, bro. You can't really blame it on them people. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna do business with the people from the UK and all that shit instead of before they make their rise to the West. Like we got Ben out there, bro, and Connor Ben's pretty good welterweight, you think? But if you compare him to like welterweights of our caliber, like here in the States, dog, like you know what I mean, like Boots or
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's because they're competition. You can't really grade them because you're not seeing them fight the best. But here in the States, you get more of them fighting the best, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
But you don't know yet until they come to the States and then fuck up one of our fighters. Then we know that hey, that motherfucker's good, you know. So
yeah,
it's just
yeah,
hard
yeah.
to
That's what I'm
just
thinking.
hard to judge them, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I just think like the best route for a lot of these foreign fighters is to just keep winning, and then when they get the opportunity to fight on the PBC.
yeah. It'd be like Spence, go across the pond, fuck up Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? They gotta do it like that, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because it's like just have them fight domestic level opposition and just getting
Yeah,
all these quick and easy victories. I'm not really too sold on that. I don't really like that. So
yeah,
yeah, like I need to see more more from them. So
yeah.
but
I
yeah,
gotta get off of here, K-Rod. I just woke up, bro. Pretty much, I'm still in bed.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
smoked
Same
a bowl in bed, bro, and fucking
here.
couldn't talk to you. Yeah, I gotta jump my ass in the shower and do a bunch of things today, bro.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll jump on my shit later, bro. Maybe I might do something on my channel later too.
Yeah, sure. Look, I don't mind coming over.
Yeah, I might even go fishing again today, bro. If I get all my shit taken care of, I'll go out fishing and
Okay.
enjoy my day off. Maybe go live again. It's still in the city, so it's kind of tight, bro. I can get food delivered out there. I
Yeah,
got my 5G, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
But yeah, I'll let you go.
Yeah, let me know what you're gonna do today, bro. You have any plans for any lives later or not?
Nothing really. I mean, I can go live again later.
Maybe we could set up something like we did the other day. We were getting a lot of people popping in
Yeah, yeah,
on
yeah,
both
sure,
sides.
sure.
Yeah,
I'm down.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah, man. All right, K Rock, you have a blessed day, man. Shit, I'll hit you up in a little while, man. I'll just take care of a few things and I'll hit you up.
Yep. Got it.
All right, later, brother.
Peace out. All right. All right. I will see you guys later. Thank you guys, and salute to the chat, and salute to the mighty LDVC. All right. Thank you. Bye.